The CEO Hyundai recently revealed a startling proposal that has the potential to completely upend the EV market. They're heading in a different route that you probably didn't anticipate. You won't want to miss this, I assure you. As early as 2025, they want to provide a brand new automobile equipped with this technology. EVs have long been linked to Hyundai. They even took home the Best Automobile of the Year prize, but Hyundai CEO secretly has other ideas. Billions of dollars are being invested on a fuel that many have dubbed the fuel of the future. Could Hyundai's use of this new technology alter everything? Is it game over for AVs now? We're going to tell you all there is to know about Hyundai's next foray into the automotive future in just 10 thrilling minutes. Guarantee not to squander your time. Crazy rumors are also circulating about a 600-horsepower monster Hyundai is slated to debut, complete with electric fueling and new technology. So let's get started. Hyundai's current electric Hyundai used to be the underdog in the EV market, but rose from the ashes like a phoenix to challenge the big guys. The wildly successful Ioniq 5 and EV6 models from the South Korean Automaker and its partner Kia Motors have made them very popular in the US. This year, the Ioniq 6 was recognized as the finest corporate vehicle once again and took home the World Car of the Year title. Hyundai was enjoying great success with sales numbers that had giants in the industry like Ford W and GM choking on their dust until the rug was yanked out from under them. Their beloved Ioniq 5 SUV had a sharp decline in sales in September, a whopping 14% decline. How come? They removed manufacturers from the 7,500 tax credit category in the United States, including Hyundai, BMW, and Volkswagen. But don't worry, we'll explain how Hyundai was able to reduce expenses by 30% shortly. You would think it would be okay with declining profitability and lowered car predictions, wouldn't you? Keep your hats on, for there's more to come. Hyundai had to put aside a staggering $136 trillion, or more than $1 billion, to pay for expenses associated with engine quality. And let's just say that money would shout out if it could speak. However, there's also good news. Await the news regarding Hyundai's upcoming 670-horsepower monster debut. Let's first discuss the engine and its cutting-edge technologies. Hyundai's sudden change of heart. What if I told you that Tesla's main rival isn't an electric vehicle? Just when we were all beginning to believe that Tesla would ultimately triumph, Hyundai took a step that would completely alter the industry. Were you aware that automobiles may not be electric in the future? Just keep an eye out to find out why. By 2025, Hyundai Desan Infracore wants to begin producing hydrogen-powered internal combustion engines in large quantities. The new 11 liter class hydrogen engine from the firm has a 402 horsepower output and 1700 mA of torque at 2000 RPM. Along with a beginning range of 310 miles, you will also receive a 10-minute refueling time for this specification. The greatest aspect is that every Hyundai vehicle equipped with this engine will cost 30% less. As a result, an Ioniq 5 with the basic range, which formerly cost $40,000, will only cost $28,000. This engine has the power to completely ruin the EV market at such a high cost. Think the Envision 74 was amazing? Wait till you learn about Hyundai's astounding hydrogen efficiency. Keep going nowhere. In order to expedite commercialization and save expenses, ASD intends to use its current technology and infrastructure. In addition to putting the engines in commercial cars, the business intends to reveal its hydrogen-powered ICE power unit prototype in 2023. Initiate full-scale mass manufacturing in 2025 after conducting full-scale testing in 2024. Hyundai Desan Infracore is working on a number of other technologies in addition to hydrogen engines, which they will be showcasing at ConExpo 2023. These items include plug-in hybrid powertrains and EV battery packs. Hyundai introduced a fuel cell concept vehicle that would eventually integrate with their end line to bolster their argument even more. The Envision 74 is an automobile that has the same futuristic appearance as a DeLorean or that car from Back to the Future. It's a trip back in time to 1974, the year when the fabled Hyundai Pony Coupe concept, created by none other than Giorgetto Giorgiano, was conceived. Surprisingly, Giorgiano also created the DeLorean, which made its debut in 1981. What does the Envision 74's engine have? It's a real beast with a battery pack and a stack of fuel cells. This fuel cell stack, which is tucked away at the front, produces an incredible 85 kU, reaching a maximum of 95 kW, while the large 62.4 kU battery is located in the back. The Hydrogen W fuel cell can turn hydrogen into energy with the help of this hybrid system, which charges the battery pack. This baby can generate about 670 horsepower and 663 pound-feet of torque. So hang on tight. In order to optimize power distribution between the left and right wheels for the best possible driving experience, Hyundai's engineers were able to install individual rear-mounted motors on each wheel of the Envision 74. That's great. You may be thinking, but what about the charging? I'm happy you asked, however. There are two ways to charge the Envision 74. You may use hydrogen to power it up or use a DC fast charger. Its astounding 372-mile range and maximum speed of 155 miles per hour are made possible by its 800-volt Edge Ampli platform. Hyundai's significant hydrogen investments, Hyundai is also making enormous progress with its worldwide hydrogen plan. They have invested much in constructing a cutting-edge hydrogen fuel cell facility in Guangzhou, China. Their first trip abroad. The primary purpose of this massive plant is to produce 100 kilowatt fuel cell systems for the Nexo hydrogen fuel cell automobiles. This is a tremendous step forward for Hyundai as well as for China's transition to a greener economy. Their Guangzhou-made fuel cells will power hydrogen-powered vehicles made by regional Chinese manufacturers and may find their way into fuel cell systems for power production in the future. The South Korean Ministry of Trade Sector and Energy said, "We anticipate our endeavors contributing to both the expansion of China's hydrogen industry and the acceleration of the global hydrogen economy." Could Hyundai's millions, however, be being wasted on a futile endeavor? We'll address it in a moment. Let's first examine the degree of success they have had so far with hydrogen. Is Hyundai able to compete with EVs? The brand's market share has increased significantly since it began to develop this technology. In the first quarter of 2023, Hyundai accounted for about 55% of sales of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. They have greatly increased their market share thanks to cars like Nexo. Subsequently, the Toyota Mirai emerged as a commendable automobile for those seeking a hydrogen-powered vehicle. I'm aware that there is a startling reason why these alternatives aren't as well liked as EVs, which I will discuss shortly. Hyundai, however, has so far been able to regularly sell 20,000 of these cars. Even better, other companies are already banding together to take on Tesla. Recently, BMW too unveiled its X5 Hydrogen. Though there are still a lot of obstacles to overcome, I think that ultimately bigger vehicles will choose hydrogen cars over other options. Jim Park, a veteran in the automotive industry, was appointed by Hyundai to lead their hydrogen activities in North America. Hyundai, according to CEO Jose Munoz, is dedicated to pushing the development of hydrogen technology as it offers a scalable, emission-free option for a range of uses. The timing of Mr. Park's appointment, which follows Hyundai's CEO Investor Day in Seoul, South Korea, in 2023, could not be more ideal. The automaker applied extreme pressure with the goal of increasing yearly EV sales to an astounding 2 million units by 2030. Hyundai primarily promotes itself as the world leader in the commercialization of hydrogen fuel cell electric cars, and that's what we call a pole position. Is hydrogen really the answer we believe it to be? Well, yeah, okay, we understand. Companies everywhere are enamored with hydrogen, and Hyundai seems to be at the forefront of innovation. But is hydrogen really revolutionary, or is it only a grand scheme to unseat Elon Musk? I'll be as honest as I can, but you may not like the response. Hydrogen has the potential to be an excellent energy transporter, but there are a lot of obstacles in the way. These include primarily the pricing, infrastructure, competition, and cost of manufacturing. Hyundai has discreetly introduced a few hydrogen-powered cars in the past, including the Tucson FC EV and the Santa Fe FC, but none of them has achieved the kind of popularity that was anticipated. People just began to take them seriously with the release of Nexo, but there are still a lot of significant obstacles that need to be removed before hydrogen becomes widely used. The viability of the economy comes first. One of the biggest obstacles is the expense and safety of the hydrogen distribution infrastructure from producers to users. It's not as easy as just pouring water through a pipeline after all. Transporting hydrogen involves more safety measures than a typical family road trip because of its strong flammability. high diffusivity and very low density as a gas. Hydrogen may be absorbed on a substrate or transferred as a pressurized gas, although each method has drawbacks of its own. The storage problem is one of the major hazards associated with the use of hydrogen nowadays. Furthermore, one of the main concerns is hydrogen's extreme flammability. When exposed to oxygen, hydrogen may ignite more quickly than you can speak. Oh no, the energy needed for hydrogen to ignite is just a fraction of that needed for gasoline, and the fact that hydrogen is invisible exacerbates the issue. However, in spite of all of these problems, businesses are still working to promote hydrogen as a fuel because, well, EVs are not as green as they appear to be, and the planet can no longer support any more pollution. In the end, there are many obstacles in the way of a hydrogen economy, and the journey is lengthy and tortuous. But acknowledging these obstacles is the first step toward conquering them, creating the opportunity to fully use hydrogen's enormous promise for a more sustainable and clean future. And now for you, is Hyundai heading in the right direction? Or did they commit a grave error and invest millions of dollars in a futile endeavor? Tell us in the comments section below. We just published a video on news that might completely upend the electric vehicle sector. If you want to be genuinely surprised by what's going to happen with EVs, check it out.